I got your man.
Dust Bowl was a football game, and we just need someone close to him to tell him that is not true. In fact,
Mom, I'm calling Dad. I'm going to talk to Dad.
That was amazing.
That was, I mean, obviously great artwork, but like one of the worst tattoos. Like one of the worst tattoos. Like, what do you think he's doing right now? You think he's like still like flexing it off a little bit? 'Cause he was like, it was sheer glee. Like, for everyone who, I'm talking to the camera, for everyone who doesn't know, Jack Gaddis used to be like the tattoo artist for high school. So he would like go to parties and give people tattoos. And one time this kid asked for like a Bart meme tattoo. It was something like really bad.
It was Bart Simpson, but like super bad cartoon version.
Yeah. It's like one of those. It's like one of those tattoos like you get when you're drunk and you wake up and you're like, "Fuck! Like I made a mistake."
He wasn't drunk.
No, that was the other thing. He was dead sober. This was like a solid. You know, he was underage, but that didn't matter. You know, he was a willing participant, and it's funny to think because he was so happy, like overjoyed when it happened. What is he doing now? And does he have more of them? Do you think he just like Pete Davidson, or it's just like bric-a-brac, like all over? Just
I think he
doodles?
definitely. I think he got a snake. I think
Like
he
a
got a
cover-up?
snake. Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, that's there's obviously beautiful artwork from you, but you know, it happens.
What did you go on? Americorps.
I did go on Americorps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to type without looking at the screen.
I can hear it. It's kind of freaky.
Americorps. Well, we'll know when we get there. If we get there. Sometimes I write these down and not a single one gets touched
What
upon.
dock are you on? Can't even find
Oh, I thought we were on the same dock.
We're not. Is it talking points?
Well, yeah, but go back out. Mine.
Dude, I'm just gonna hand you the computer.
Okay.
Just
Talking point. Are we on the... How is this happening?
I don't know.
Hello? Oh, it's got to be this one. There we go.
Do we have it?
The thumbnail hadn't updated.
Motors and engines. Drinking coffee and caffeine. I thought we were doing this mid-interview.
Yeah, it's
You
not
just want to start talking?
It's beginning. Well, we are talking.
Yeah, but like, I mean, do we really need talking?
I don't think so.
I don't think we need talking.
Okay, I don't think so. Wait, let me finish the page. I can just
Alright,
burn through them.
You're fine. You're good. NASCAR.
As fast.
Is that asphalt? Alright,
Yeah,
now
like-
you're just making shit up.
That's what it is. That's what talking points are.
How the fuck are we gonna talk about asphalt?
Just because.
Okay. I'll go along with it. I'm actually gonna pick it as a first talking point.
Yeah,
I want to hear your opinions on asphalt.
There ain't no... Oh boy, do I have a lot of them. I'm the one that wrote it.
Zero.
Did you see what I just wrote and deleted?
Kind of.
I wrote Robert. I was going to write Robert McCoy because he's on my mind. I'm trying to do this really fast. But then I remembered a specific episode with Isaac Lawn where we spoke about, I think it was like Bo Crutcher. Like, we touched on a lot of names.
Crutch, yeah.
And then YouTube does this thing where it auto-sections your podcast. You know,
I did see that. Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Oh, I thought you did.
And I feel like scared because like
I did see on one podcast you brought up like John Cena, and like in the description, like
Yeah.
people mentioned, and there's just like a fat picture of John Cena's face.
Yeah.
I was like, did you put that? Who the fuck puts that?
I did not put that there.
It's very random.
But
yeah.
YouTube only does it when it feels like it. Like I have one with
like-
more views that it didn't do it for.
Just a bad AI.
I don't understand what the deal is.
dude, this is like icebreakers for like the first day of class.
Or like a first date.
Your favorite colors, first date?
That's what I thought when I wrote favorite colors. To be fair.
Awesome. What's your YouTube history look like? Yeah, what does your YouTube history look like? I feel like it'd be very eclectic.
Whoa, what a word. I'm not that deep. It's
Just like, I don't know, like you're interested in so many things. Like I feel like you have a very...
I'm not sure. Okay, finish the page. I'm done.
Okay.
I watch like, for one, it's been a couple years since I've hit the subscribe tab. It's on my homepage. So whatever YouTube gives me, I
Same
watch.
feed, like Instagram or TikTok, it's just the reels.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But
what
I don't do
watching?
YouTube
What would you
Shorts.
click on, like, if it popped up on YouTube, like
Vsauce.
Vsauce?
You ever seen Now Red or Now Blue? Same guy, same different channel.
Yes. I think
Chemistry.
So. Yeah.
But then there's also like C-Boys TV, Grindhard Plumbing Co.,
It's Grindhard Plumbing Co.
Whistling Diesel.
Whistling Diesel, I do know that.
They're all kind of like
He's funny as well.
just do crazy shit with the kids and stuff.
just I have so much money, I want to blow up this car. It's like nice.
Everyone has a different relationship with their audience. Like Whistling Diesel is kind of like, what up, haters? This is for you.
I guess. I don't know who his haters are though. I feel like he's really lovable.
I know, which is strange.
He's just like he's a really nice guy. He
Roman,
does.
Roman Atwood TV. Don't worry. Roman Atwood TV.
Atwood. He.
Used to do pranks. Now he's daily vlogging.
Who is watching? Are you watching that?
Yeah, from time to time.
What's How are the vlogs?
Well, there was a time when I was watching them every day, but now not so much.
Because I feel like he was big on YouTube back in like the early 2010s.
Pranks and such.
Yeah, the pranks.
And guess what happened to him?
Jail.
Close. In a weird way. Has to do with the law. He had a stalker for his family who was like calling his insurance company, turning his power grid off, and like
Holy shit.
every day, all the time, he'd get a new phone number. The guy would find it, or guys. I think it was a group.
How does this happen?
He went off the grid. He had to stop making, and now he's back.
It was just one guy who like brought an entire 10 million subscriber YouTube account down.
Well,
Just one anarchist.
who knows? Because
It's just, dude, there's no way there's a team of people doing this, right?
well, I didn't take notes, but like I did watch sections of that, like where have we been video. You can imagine the type of click. It's all
He's
about
probably chilling.
clickbait.
I mean, that's such a wild reason to be like, guys, I'm taking a break from YouTube.
Oh no, I don't think he lied about what happened, but like when he finally came back, he was like, our situation. That like makes you want to click on it.
Did the guy ever get caught?
I don't know.
No.
I know.
He just got bored after a while. He was like, all right, I'll leave you alone. I've had my fun.
That's what you got to remember when you make YouTube videos. Is ain't nobody watching this whole episode through.
That is true.
They're
I
just
feel
gonna
like
click around.
We could.
Except for mom, of course.
You think? Does your mom watch everything?
She goes on walks in the mornings, I believe, and she doesn't
Listen to
watch
all of
it, but she listens
She
to the
listens
whole
to it.
thing.
Just pure gibberish.
Yeah.
Just like for an hour long, just two kids talking about nothing, probably. Just chirping it up.
Today, oh my god, I called mom and she was on the way back from the beach with Ben, Cadis, and Ben's friend,
Yeah.
and they were saying like, before I called, they were asking mom to tell like crazy stories about me. So I was like, oh, here we go. And I told the kids like, if you ever want to climb a crane, look for make sure there's no barbed wire and the plywood fence you can get over, find the electrical box and step on that. Construction sites, the wide perimeters, that's easy to part, but when you get to the crane, and then I was like, remember, a big fat guy does it every day for his job, and you're going to see the skyline of Charlotte, and it'll be a memory.
I remember you trying to get me up on one of them.
You never went?
No, I was terrified.
That's the point, though.
I think we had just smoked, and I was like, dude, I don't want to do something illegal right now.
Yeah.
I was like, please. And you're like, dude, fuck you. Like, you were just like so happy about it, and I was like, oh.
Sorry.
No, it was fine. It was like, I think you just went up, took like a few selfies, and I just like sat in my car.
Oh my god, I remember that.
You remember that?
You waited for me. That was so nice.
Yeah, of course. Because we were in like a very like dangerous, like an unsafe part of Charlotte.
I think after that one, I felt a guilty twang about why do I do this with my phone, and I started leaving my phone down. Because like, what's the point? Oh, I just want to take a picture.
Yeah, what was your obsession? Was it just the view?
Oh my god, I can't describe it to you because.
Well, I've been up on cranes before.
Oh.
But it was like, well, here was my thing. Is like I used to do like lawn mowing stuff, or, like lawn mowing work, and one guy that I worked with, he like worked at a construction site. And he's like, we know who you are. Like if you go on the crane or like you go on the construction site, like we know who you are. If you come back, like we will press charges.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I think I'll stay away. Like there's no point.
You're a smart guy.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, it's fun. It's definitely like a risky thing to do, but it's also just like, it's just,
Why did you go to Americorps?
Because it seemed like fun. seemed like a good way. I don't know. We all grew up in Charlotte. We all kind of, since elementary school to high school, just stayed in the same place, doing the same stuff for like a lot of the time, and it felt wrong just going from high school to college right away, because there's so much out there to do. It's like I want to go, like explore or do something else, and Americorps was a really cool opportunity. You can go volunteer across the country. I was out on the West Coast. I lived in California. I worked for the Bureau of Land Management and camped out. Lived in the Sierras, lived in the Cascades, lived at a lighthouse. Like it was literally perfect. And went to school the next year. It's like just a really, I don't know. I think everyone should take a gap year. I think that's something, because it's worth it. I mean, go out and explore. It's like you're 18, you're 19, you're in between high school and college. It's like there's not a better time to do it. Like you have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. So that's why I did it. It's fun. It's nice.
I think these mics are like you like hide behind them. Like I feel like I don't want it in my face.
They're a bit big, and we're also not using them, so it's like
Exposed.
It's kind of, we're like looking this way. I don't know.
Yeah.
just mics.
Should we open our body to the camera more? I reference Joe Rogan a lot.
You do?
They just look at each other.
I think that's fun. I don't think we have to look at the camera.
Because while he, I don't know, I reference him and I guess admire the guy because he's done so many of these.
Yeah, it's done a lot.
Just
How many
the
has he
sheer
done?
number. He's
Over
on
2,000?
I think
Yeah.
which is insane. Have you seen that guy on Instagram Reels, Kruma Honey?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
I'm laughing because like you've switched from like 5 different topics
Yeah.
in like the past 5 minutes, which actually, is kind of fun to do. But it's like the podcast with Zach Perry. That one made me like start dying laughing because like you guys would be like talking and you'd like switch the topic and be like, I'm not talking about that. She's like, I'm not doing that.
Me?
No, him.
Oh.
You would just be like, nope, not talking about that. Let's get back. Let's get
Yeah.
back to it. And you'd be like, what? What are we trying to talk about? It's like business, like stuff, like important stuff. Just,
Every podcast is like a human showcase.
yeah. It's an hour long of unfiltered talk between two people.
Which
So,
is amazing.
yeah. Yeah.
I have a lot of fun.
It's different. It's definitely feels like a high stakes conversation. Because,
Does it, bro?
Yeah.
I don't want it to feel like that.
Well, it's not like anything you do. It's just
Yeah,
like,
it's not up to
being
me.
posted. It's just like, other people are going to see it.
True.
It's
Your
different.
kids, your children, little errands.
Maybe.
Bro, imagine if your dad had done this at our age. Would you not watch that?
I'd watch
You'd
it.
have to watch it.
I would watch it, yeah.
Like, it's not like you'd be like, oh, I gotta see that right now. But, like, we have long lives, and, like, that's just something that you would end up watching.
True. Dude, my digital footprint is fucked for my kids. Dude, why? Like, I feel like parents are supposed to be, like, kind of mysterious.
Yeah,
You
well,
know-
no, you probably feel like that just because all of ours are. And they're not, like, intentionally mysterious. They just have no digital footprints.
Yeah. So maybe we should... Can we cut this?
I will cut it at any time.
No.
But like, genuinely, I think, like, all right. You ever think about being on the right side of history?
Like...
Not like a war.
Like when a
song.
decision like comes up and you're like, will this be the right decision?
Yeah, I think being yourself for the internet and letting yourself sit on these data centers that, nowadays it seems like they really are going to be there forever is the right way to go.
Unless you're a bad person.
But I don't think people can be inherently bad.
Well, it's less about if they're inherently like bad or good, but like, if you're being yourself and you're just posting like some wild shit, to where it's like you're like in a few years, after you post the wild shit, you're gonna go and try and get a job, and someone's like, "Do you remember this?" Like, you were being authentic, which
But
is
dude,
good.
that just might not be the right job for you.
But
I get what
if
you're
it
saying.
is?
It's like every job would turn you down, but like,
It's
what if the job becomes what you're doing? You never know.
yeah, but I feel like if you're in like a higher position or like you're trying to move up in a company and you get more responsibility, that company has like an image they want to uphold. So like unless you want to be working at like low level like entry jobs the rest of your life, it's like, yes, be authentic, yes, be yourself, but it's there's risk. There's inherent risk, Not everything you put out, people can be like, well, he was being himself, so we'll give him a pass. It's like, no, like you probably, remember the guy who what was the video where like he put Nair on his butt? Did you see this?
Oh.
Like it was
the
like
gay
the whole
guy?
meme. Yeah, well, it was like, yeah.
And in the first 3 seconds, he shows his butthole.
His whole, like what if
How have we both seen that?
It was a very big meme on Instagram.
I never saw it.
It was like one of those like memes where it was like oh like check out this very important political link, and then it's like a disgusting photo or something. But it's like the same thing.
Well, it's a YouTube video and it's original.
What's the biggest
format.
thing? It's like it's on YouTube.
You know how I saw that damn fucking? Pardon my. A roommate is just like, look at this, bing.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
it's usually
what's
how
up,
it goes.
guys? Shake my butthole, and he's actually like.
Yeah, full spread.
Like pink
what,
anus.
What employer is gonna see that and be like, yeah, you're cool? Like,
I think
I'd be very concerned. Like, why is your butthole on YouTube? Like,
I don't know. I have respect for that guy.
I mean, he's definitely, he's not ashamed.
There we go. There we go.
Which is a positive, but it's also just like, if anybody recognizes you from that video and like they come into work and they're like, oh, like you're the company that hired the the butthole guy, and you just have to be like, yeah, I guess, that's us. Which is like fun. It's like an accounting office where like everyone's like super serious, and it's like it's the butthole guy. It's just like now he's just at a desk job. He's just living, normal 9 to 5. I don't know. There's risk. There's
But there's also reward.
There's reward. He definitely got a lot of views. I don't know how much money he got from it. So like in the off chance you do expose your butthole on YouTube, you could make thousands of dollars. But
I'm sure he's not the only one. I'm sure he's just the one that went viral.
True. Well, but also talk about digital footprint. Like you're like, if your dad did a podcast, like wouldn't you want to watch it? Like what if your dad showed his butthole on YouTube? Like,
well, these are two very different things. I mean,
watch it.
Doing anything.
What if one of your friends came up to you and was like, dude, I found a video of your dad showing his butthole on YouTube.
What are you asking me right now?
Would you watch it? Like no content. It's just a rumor right now.
No, this is a question. This, like before I started doing this, everyone with their boys always is like, we should start a podcast, and it's always after conversations like these.
Hey.
But now
you're the friend that started the podcast. We might as well.
Now here the cameras are, and here we are. When I look at my dad's butthole.
Like, well, it's also it's not like you're gonna see it. It's kind of like my dad wouldn't show us. Like my dad.
Neither would mine.
My dad wouldn't do that.
So what is this hypothetical? It's like gay son thought daughter. Why are we even asking it?
But it's like he did, and you're trying to like. This is again like figure out who your parents are, like the lack of mystery. If there's a chance that like this video does show you that butthole, it's like, are you gonna watch it?
Oh, like you don't know.
Yeah,
like you don't know. Of course. That's like.
That's the easy answer.
Like, dude, there's a chance your dad could show you his butthole like in real life any day. Like, but would you not want to go hang out with him? I guess maybe this is something I should say. I think since doing this and while doing this and even before doing this, my line between us being in real life and us going online doesn't seem to be as sharp as other people's.
Sorry, what did you say?
Well, I've just said, what if your dad decides to show you his butthole today in person?
Why would he do that?
Exactly. What I'm saying is, like, what is so different about being online and being in person?
Well, I feel like one of them is, like, obviously, like, when you're a kid, like, you're little, like, you could shower with your dad or something. That's just, like, growing up, it's normal. It's kind of just, like, how it goes. But I feel like when you get older, like, at our age, and you're searching for your dad's butthole on the internet, it's like it's a big switch up.
Okay, that's not really where I was going with that.
I mean that's kind of the question, right? It's like, what if it just happens versus like I feel like you'd be going out of your way to be like, is that what my dad's butthole looks like?
No. Okay, maybe we gotta.
All right.
Well, I still want to stay on it, but I just want to like maybe we gotta get off the dad and butthole part.
I don't know. I think it's fun.
Like right now, I could bring up politics, right? No, let's not use that. Right now. I can show my butthole?
Can we just say it's funny to think about your dad's butthole maybe on the internet?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I think it's very funny.
Yeah, it's very
That's your dad's digital footprint. It's not like, oh, like, like, he was at a party and, like, he was drinking and, like, the camera saw him. It's like, no, like, his butthole was on. Oh, it's so embarrassing. And, like, dude, you would get clowned. It's like the, like, porn stars start having, like, kids and, like, the kids' friends at school find out, they get bullied because of it.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Hard life. Now, Roman Atwood, he's got kids.
Does Roman Atwood do porn?
No, but he's...
Yeah, but he's not, again, like, exposing it. He's not inappropriate. He's just like...
Okay, you know what I think? I think as we move forward in age of people posting online, it's going to become more and more rare for people to have large digital footprints and not large physical, how do you want to say, physical footprints?
What's a physical footprint?
Like being the president and having a lot of followers on accounts coincides, right?
I really hope the president in the future doesn't have like TikToks. Like they're in the White House and they're bored and they're just like, oh,
He's gonna have
something stupid, just like the dumbest.
Like
thing.
who's gonna be the first president to make a TikTok?
Imagine
at
like a president like shit posting on Instagram in 30 years.
Yo, I'm at the desk. Here's the Oval.
Yeah, just like the dumbest
Gotta
stuff
get back.
you could ever see.
Gotta get back to work.
Have you what's the Mediocrity? Is that the movie? Look it up.
Jamie.
It's like it's this movie where in the future everyone becomes stupid.
Oh, I've seen Mediocrity.
Yeah, Mediocrity.
I don't know if it's called Mediocrity. Everyone's Stupid movie.
Or Idiocracy.
Idiocracy.
Yeah,
I don't even gotta
it's
look
close.
at it. It's Idiocracy. That movie's a hard watch.
Because it feels so real?
No.
You think it's funny? Or not funny?
Well, I think it's like not that great of a movie.
Oh, dude, I thought it was hilarious.
You know what I watched last night?
What'd you watch?
Matilda. I had never seen it before in my life.
Matilda.
Have you not either?
I have seen Matilda. It's a really good movie.
Oh my
I love
god.
Matilda.
That was a beautiful movie, and it's from so long ago too. I mean, shot composition, everything's colorful. Each shot is like its own picture. It's beautiful, and it's
Yeah.
like
It's great. It's like one of my favorite childhood movies.
Mrs. Trenchbull and Mrs. Honey. Like the names are so beautifully composed. Like Trenchbull.
It has so many moments. Like the cake eating moment, the getting back at the principal moment, her leaving
Yeah.
her parents moment, like
Leaving her parents was amazing. And what's funny is, and movies often do this, but you're so immersed. It's like almost like flexing. Like if you're playing soccer and you can do a move, but you don't have to, but you do it just to do it, flex. When you're making a movie and you have Danny DeVito act as the father and also be the narrator, but no one notices because it's such a good damn movie, flex.
was he actually a narrator?
Yes.
I haven't seen it in so long.
He's a narrator and the father.
Dude, he can do anything.
And it's like he's not
He
doing an
literally,
accent.
he may be one of the most diverse actors of our age.
Danny DeVito?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't
As
know,
opposed to who? Like Adam Sandler? Adam Sandler's relatively
he's
diverse
good
in
range.
recent
He's
years.
good range. But like Danny DeVito is just like
Who's an undiverse actor? Like Will Ferrell?
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, because he's just hot.
Well, he just has this. He's like the action guy.
Sorry, Tom Cruise, take it as a compliment, right?
True. Anyone who's in Scientology, we mean no offense.
Oh yeah, he's inside. Don't
I
take
feel
it as
like
a
you would.
compliment.
Do you know about Scientology? Have you looked into it?
I'm not a Scientologist.
No, but like I feel like you would be the person just like look it up. Like,
No, I really haven't.
No, just
I know
out of
there's
sheer
lizards.
curiosity?
And there's
like
that
the
one
whole-
building in LA. They have a skyscraper that's like vacant.
Would you ever like join it to see what it's like,
No,
or just like walk in there?
no, because
See
these
what
things are
it's-
slippery slopes.
Like,
Like
you think,
putting your foot in the front door just
like
to
it's
see what
too
it
late.
feels like.
You think it's that addictive?
Well, it could be. I'm just saying, like, why would you take that risk? It's like,
yeah.
trying
I think it
meth
also
once.
like costs money for like your first meeting, which
I'm sure it does.
I'm too broke to do that.
That makes
To be
sense,
Like,
like,
yeah, at least
psychologically.
$500 to be like, yeah, this shit blows.
And then you spent the money. It's like a loser's fallacy or whatever the term is when you're already.
Gambler's
in.
fallacy.
Is that gambler's fallacy?
Well, it's like
Gamblers,
I'm gonna win
losers.
next
You can
time.
see how I got there. It probably is gambler's fallacy.
Yeah, but what are you winning?
Nothing. That's the point.
Just kidding. You go to like heaven. What is their heaven? Just another planet. Or no, they're.
Do you believe in heaven? I don't.
No, not really.
But I'm subject to change.
What would have to change?
Yeah.
Well, actually, why do you believe there's no heaven?
Because there might be. I mean, it'd be dope if there was.
But
Do
you
you-
don't think there is.
I don't know what I think. Do you know what you think?
I don't think there's a heaven.
Is there a hell?
Well, I don't think they're mutually exclusive. I think that neither of them exist.
Things happen in my life that, like, make me think things. I went to a Tuesday morning all men church thing just because some guy on the street came up to me and was like, "Come on, dude, do it." And we talked for a while, and I was like, "What do I have to lose? Put my foot in the door,
Yeah.
right?" And it was very cool. We all did prayer in a circle, and then we split into groups of 3. And one guy sits down, the other 2 have their hands on his shoulder, while both of them take turns praying over him. I'm still with it here.
I'm with it.
Then I'm sitting down, and like the guys are kind of saying things like, "I hope he does not burn in hell," or like,
It's a good wish. I mean, if you believe in hell, it's a very fair thing to say.
Yeah, but like let him escape. I don't know. It just kind of sent me off a little bit because like, why would you even think that could be a possibility?
Well, obviously that's why people pray and go to church and like do good things.
No, I don't think so. I think there really are people that are religious out there that are just doing it because of the good values, and they're not trying to run from anything. They're just trying to.
Could be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's a balance.
Yeah.
But I really don't. I'm not with the whole evil, bad people thing.
You've said that before. You don't
And I
think people
think-
are inherently evil.
I think that splits me
bad.
from others for better or for worse.
Well, what do you think people are? Inherently good?
Yes.
I think people are inherently good.
Yes, I believe everyone, at the end of the day, everyone eats and sleeps.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be able to sit down and have one of these conversations with Jeffrey Epstein. Not Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Dahmer. And I think a lot of people would be like, I would never want to be in the same room with him.
I mean, you're coming at it from like a different perspective. It's like people are people, so like we can treat people as people, but I guess other people would just be scared. And also, like, do you think Jeffrey Dahmer, just because people aren't born inherently, or they're born inherently good, doesn't deserve like some kind of punishment for what he did?
Oh God, yeah.
Or, like mistreatment? Like, do you think we should treat him the same after everything he did?
If I was in charge of government and punishment, I'm not sure I could have done a better job.
Like,
I think-
what did he get? Did he get the death? No, he got killed in jail. He got stabbed.
Did he?
He did get stabbed. Yeah, he was like freaking out of cellmate. He was like, "Fuck this!" The guy just stabbed him to death. Yeah.
That's not funny. I don't know why I'm laughing.
I mean, it's kind of funny.
Do you do stand-up comedy?
No.
Oh, you've gone on stages though.
I have.
Yeah,
I
tell
did
me
it
about
once.
it.
I did it once in high school. It was pretty fun.
Oh, just one time?
Yeah, it's just an open mic.
More than me. Tell me about it.
I mean, it's very straightforward. It's like exactly what you think. It's like only friends and family. Like no one just goes to an open mic unless like you're. I would like to go to an open mic. I feel like it'd just be fun. But it's like such a wide array of people doing stand-ups or like open mics. Like there's like old ladies, there's young kids, there's like middle-aged people. They're obviously the guys who've been doing comedy for like 20 years and just haven't made it at all. And they're like, oh, you guys aren't fucking laughing tonight. Like we're trying out new material. They're just pissed about everything. It's like really, those are the only sad ones where people are like, oh shit, like it's like the dark side of comedy where it doesn't work out.
Because I mean, it it takes a lot of not working out before something works out.
True, but it's like 10 years of like just like living in your car. It's
Struggling
like,
hard,
dude, it's
yeah.
eating crackers, just like getting peanuts for pay. But no, it was fun. Everyone there was like super cool. It was like laughing. I was scared as shit though, because like you go up, like it's like whenever you walk up on a stage, they have like the bright spotlights. Dude, it's like you can't see anyone, so you kind of just black out.
Whoa.
And it's just like, I mean, I had luckily like my set memorized because I was like, my family was gonna be there, so I was like, there's no fucking shot I'm gonna get up there and like forget or just like be one of those people who's like and then everyone's just like, oh, yeah, it's like a kid who like forgets his act at a talent show. They just like get scared and runs off stage. So I just kind of blacked out and just went through the entire bit, but it was fun. I should do it again.
I saw my first show in New York City on Broadway, and there was like 5 or 6 different people. It was not an open mic. They were professionals.
Broadway, yeah.
Funny, very funny, but it was a small venue.
Sure.
Two
Was it
good
Broadway
minimum.
or what was it?
It was on Broadway.
On Broadway,
There's
okay.
so many Broadway comedy clubs.
Sure. I need
So
to go,
many.
bro. I've been to New York so many times. I've never gone to a comedy club.
It was like underground. It was underneath this building. I ran down like so many blocks to get there on time, and I was
Nice.
early. It was-
Nice. I went to a comedy show in San Francisco. And that was
Really?
fun. Yeah.
Dude, the people were funny. The people were funny.
People are always funny. I mean, like, no matter what act you see, it's funny just because like everyone has something different to say. It's like every act is new, which is just fun in itself. It's just like you just get to enjoy it and just laugh. I love the people that like judge when they get into like comedy clubs. Do you know about this?
No.
It's like I'm only saying this because like I definitely do it. Like I get in there and I'm just like fuck, that was funny. Or like fuck, that was really good.
Or like, man, that sucked.
No, I don't really like to be negative. It's more or less just like you're always thinking, it's just like, damn, that was really good. It just makes you think. It's like, fuck, I could do better, or I could do something like that. And it's almost, it's like, I don't know. If people suck at comedy, it's just like, I mean, who gives a fuck? It is what it is. But like, if somebody does really good, I'm like, damn, like that was nice. And like, I'm just thinking that.
Do you play any sports or anything like that? At NC State, I wake up, I go to work, I film videos, and that's me.
Yeah.
I have my friends. My friends are very, very important to me.
Yeah.
And my relationship with friends has changed since we've last been spending lots of time together. not changed like intentionally, just changed I've gotten older. Which is funny because as you get older, that tends to happen. And you don't even realize it happening. No, really, I'm speaking out loud here and I mean it. And it's...
Train of thought.
You can't help it. Luke Hanks, who I'm not sure if you remember, sometimes sends me the most wise texts I ever have gotten. The other day I get a text, ding! Life is change. Or I've abbreviated it. It was 5 words.
Fortune cookies?
Yeah, he's a fortune cookie human. And god damn it, do I not get the tingle down my spine that you sometimes get with fortune cookies. I get it every time, every text he sends me.
You get a tingle down your spine with fortune cookies?
Well, I want it every time. If it's a special night,
like a Panda Express,
sweet and sour chicken.
You will live to see tomorrow.
We have the Golden Dragon on Hillsborough. God, I love that. I love it so much.
Dude, everyone has like one Chinese restaurant close to their house that they swear by.
Yeah.
Everyone has it.
It's not even close anymore.
Really
We moved far away, but we have an allegiance.
I mean, they're all connected, right? In the sense that it's like
ethnicity-wise, maybe.
no, yeah, in the sense that it's like they're all like so fucking good. It's like they have to be sharing recipes.
They got to.
Like, so there's got to be like one evil corporation behind all these Chinese restaurants.
Sadly, I have to agree with
It's
you.
called China,
You know how many drinks Coca-Cola owns? All of them.
not Pepsi.
Yeah. I was gonna say Coke and Pepsi own the whole drink market.
Who owns Coke and Pepsi?
I was at a Jewish... Hold on. I'm swapping here.
What are we doing, dude? I was ready to get into conspiracy about Coke and Pepsi.
I know.
But go ahead.
Who cares?
Let's talk about the Jewish people.
Yesterday night, I went to a gala. Josh Stein was there.
Josh Stein.
Attorney
Oh, yes. How did it? Yes.
running from
Josh
North
Stein,
Carolina.
yes.
I don't blame you. I didn't know until...
No, I know who he is. I don't know why I blanked. Yes.
I'm sure you do. I'm... Anyway.
I don't know why. Fuck, I do know who Josh Stein is. Please, bro.
Anyway.
Politically educated.
It doesn't really matter that he was there or not, but it does. I'm trying to give you context. I'm trying to paint a picture.
Okay.
It's a gala. It's a fundraiser. So there's 3 parts to the night. I'm volunteering. The first part is everyone is in one of those big stand-up hotel lobby rooms eating food. The second part is we all go sit down. They all go sit down. It's all these old people, old Jewish people. And they bid. Are they like, you know, in like 30, 45 minutes, there's like $250,000 raised.
Yeah. It's going to Gaza, right?
I don't know what the hell it's going to. That's my point. Like, it was very ambiguous. The descriptions on the projector, it was like, goes to a potential meeting between members of the Jewish whatever and like our legislation. Like a potential meeting? So where does the money go? Like,
yeah.
How do you pay for a meeting? Anyway. Then after that, I mean, that was really it. And there was like a dancing, like there was like a performance. My point being, it was strange because there was the CEO of the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
And we as a country and as a world, like the line seems to be completely gone. Like it was blurry 20 years ago, and now there's just no more line between what is a business and what is not a business. Life seems to be a business if you know what I mean?
Like what sense business?
Well,
I don't want to say like how would you define business, but like, you know, like people are trying to move up, you know.
It just
seems transaction based.
Yeah, money just seems to be like deeply rooted in life.
Yeah, but do you think that's like a problem?
I don't know. I was thinking about it last night. Not like, is it a problem? Is it not a problem? We're just
just like it's something that exists.
Yeah, it kind of got thrown in my face, which is strange because if that's the case and if that's how I felt, then it's funny that like it just jumped out at me one night out of all the 364 nights.
You did go to a gala where people were kind of like tossing money away. It's like just fair.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I think there's definitely some truth in that, but you know, no matter which way you put it, like there has to be some sort of like value system. You know, we're trading goods and we're doing stuff for each other. It's just like money seems to be like the non sequitur for it. It's just, you know, that's how you denominate this is worth this much, this is worth that much through like equal exchange. The problem is when like people become like obsessed with money.
Like the stock market, I think you could do without. Genuinely.
I mean, it has its own uses too. It's like you know, stock market helps companies invest, help people make money from those companies. You know, build their portfolio, open up savings accounts. You know, Roth IRAs. It's all from the stock market. Like everything has its pluses and minuses. It's just how you look at it.
So then what? Maybe the Federal Reserve should be intertwined with the government a little bit more because the inflation thing just doesn't make sense to me. Why can't we, like we're coming, or maybe it's actually, maybe this country will be fine and we actually will be the world superpower forever because the population of the world is going to level off at 9 billion.
Yeah, we may run out of resources or global warming or anything else, and that
But
may cause some other problems.
There might not be another changing world order.
Yeah, which, I mean...
Or it might just look different.
I think there'll be change, but I think you're right. I think, the world's gotten so big and, countries and governments have gotten so powerful. I don't think it's going to be like, middle, 12th century Europe where it's just like, micro kingdoms just fighting and losing and winning and battling and taking over each other's land.
I mean, I don't...
Right,
Yeah, I don't even see another World War III coming.
Could happen. It's a little sketchy. I hope it doesn't happen, but there's always the possibility.
Yeah, I guess so. Please don't. World leaders. Should we just name drop a bunch of people so it shows up in the description?
You go first.
Kim Jong-un.
No, dude, we're not doing this. Dude, we may be the ones to start it, and it's gonna be like so. Kim Jong Un is gonna see this and be pissed.
We could test
It's not gonna
test the whatever AI. Like, would it give Ricky Bobby a nameplate, even though that's like a character in a movie?
Could do Ricky Bobby. I'd like to see McLovin.
Matilda, we've already said.
Matilda, we've already said.
McLovin would be fantastic. People mention in
It's
this
just
movie.
fake ID.
Yeah.
What's he up to?
I think you showed me that movie, by the way.
What? Superbad?
I think you did. I think we were at your house,
Nice.
which is awesome.
Dude, that was fun.
Because
My house was fun.
you only get to watch that movie once. For the first
I
time
don't know.
once.
I mean, because that was like back in high school. Like, you'd smoke and you'd kind of forget what you've watched.
Yeah.
So then it's like you can, you go back, you smoke another day. It's like watching the movie all over again.
Yeah.
Like that's what it was for Pineapple Express. I still don't remember that movie. I genuinely couldn't tell you what Pineapple Express is about.
I remember what it was about.
I remember the first part with like Seth Rogen and.
Yeah, wait, what happens?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's like halfway through the movie, you're just like, oh, I fucking forgot about it.
You just think you know what happens. What I remember is I had a good time. And that's actually the way
and then you
human
start
memory
again,
works
you
like that, to be fair. To be easy on us.
In what way?
Well, you think when you look back you remember like statistics and details, but in reality you just remember feelings. We're not meant to have like...
No, I've heard it other ways where it's like, like you bring it up and like every single time you bring up a memory you alter it like a little bit. And you're constantly like changing and shifting. So
Yeah,
memories are changing.
Yeah,
like,
it's because what that feeling means to you changes over time.
Yeah.
Like you can't...
But also memories become more vague and you kind of like boil events down so you forget key details.
Yeah, I get... The takeaway from me is like our memory is very different from a recording.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that.
Which is interesting. And... Damn it, have you noticed I like to record things?
You do. Do you think you ever record too much?
No.
No.
You think I do?
I was just asking.
Yeah.
Because you record a lot.
I do.
You do. And it's because I know you're starting to do the podcast, but like, are you, with the daily videos, you're trying to like hone in and do anything specific, or is it just like?
I let the specific and hone in part kind of sort itself out. I just press record and post.
Okay. So like, do you like what I'm saying is like do you think before you post, or is it just kind of like put the camera up?
Well, there are thoughts, but I think a draw that my audience may have to me may come from the fact that my thought process may differ a bit from the next guy.
Like in the sense that it's a thought process that's almost you never know what to expect because you don't have like an exact schedule.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, it doesn't have, I was just asking, like, if you have any...
No, it's interesting.
It doesn't have to be specific.
I mean, yeah, I don't... I guess I would hesitate to say, and I hesitate to say yeah, because in comparison to anybody else doing what I'm doing, I'm at a bit of a loss because I don't really know anybody else as well as I know me. And let me take a pause and just say, I don't even really know myself that well. But the recording helps.
Do you ever go back and, like, watch your videos?
I try not to.
Okay.
I try not to.
That's fun. Dude, going back and watching one of your own videos is like I do that for the Seahawk update. All I do is critique it. It's like so bad.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
You have to be hard.
You know what I'd say for that? I'd say Jerry Seinfeld says when you write a good piece of comedy, you don't share it with the world for 24 hours. For 24 hours, it's yours. Because the minute you give it to someone else, they can attack it. And it's yours and it's good because you say it's good, god damn it. So expand that and it means nothing like... the sentiment's the same, but for you, I'm just spitballing. You could do this a million different ways. But for you, I would say, post a Seahawk update and you don't watch it for a week. Don't watch it for a week. Because for that week, it's yours.
That's usually what I do. Like I film on Monday and then like I post it on Thursday. It's like I stay away from it. But like after you post it, it's like there's like a certain level of I'm not critiquing myself just for the sake of like being hard on myself. It's like I want to get better. You know, like I want to.
I would love to come on that. By the way, I wrote a joke.
What's the joke?
I don't have it with me. It's on paper. Back home.
Is it like a news article joke, or is it just like what kind of joke?
No, it was like they paving asphalt on. I wrote it right after I left the comment because I had pen and paper near me.
Okay.
So however long that go, I said they're paving road. I did UNCW because in my mind I was like maybe I'll get to do one with them.
Yeah.
UNCW. What's the I whatever? What takes us northeast? What takes us from here to Charlotte?
74 takes us from here to Charlotte.
Yeah, it's like 70
is.
Large sections of 74 being paved today after locals complain about bumpy rides. And then I said, the men paving them have hard jobs out there all day in the sun, wearing sun hats, and often getting little to no pay. And then
Yeah.
because this is what you do. Like it's very punchline. Like you.
It's tough.
Yeah, but every joke is so beautifully crafted because at the base, the audience knows to expect a joke. So you take them on this ride where some punchlines are a little bit more drawn out, some hit instantly.
Yeah.
Some you're like kind of giggling before you even say the first word. You know, like
It's just subverting expectations.
yeah,
It's the biggest thing.
it's perfect. It's beautiful.
It's fun. It's tough.
Yeah.
I've been in like a week long, just like I can't write anything. It's like because after a certain point, like you have these new ideas, like you're excited, and then like now it's just like all right, I'm writing jokes. I need them to be good. I'm like, this isn't good, and it's just like a week of like, fuck, am I still funny? Like, can I still write this shit? And so like, I'm still trying to figure it out. It's tough. It's not easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
Can we take a break for a second? Use the bathroom.
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll be back in a sec.
There's silence in the room. I feel the need to fill it. Will I cut this out? I have no idea. I really don't. Am I in focus? I also have no idea. If I touch my face, definitely. Oh! A potato flew around my room before you came.
So,
Welcome to my studio.
oh, I needed that. Are we recording?
We're still podcasting.
We're
Nothing
still
changed.
podcasting. It's chill.
This is kind of like smoking weed for me.
How so?
Really exciting. Want everyone to do it with me.
You stopped though, right?
I haven't smoked weed for over a year. Sadly.
Would you ever go back?
No, sadly, not in the cards for me. Unless, Barack Obama was like, hit this. But do you know Barack?
Obama?
I don't.
Does he even smoke?
Evidently, yes.
He does?
Remember that was like a controversy? He smoked
Why?
weed once in Hawaii? Or he
Oh.
used to smoke as a teenager.
Dude, that went out the window as soon as Trump became president.
What did?
Like calling out presidents for like doing wild shit.
He's not even a politician.
Trump?
Yeah,
No.
it's awesome. I would vote for Mr. Beast.
I would not vote for Mr. Beast.
I would.
You would vote for Mr. Beast?
In 15 years, I think he'll have what I would call.
So remember what I said earlier? We're gonna have a president that's shit posting on TikTok.
Oh my God!
It's gonna be Mr. Beast, dude. It's already happening. People are like, I can see it, Mr. Beast. Why Mr. Beast? Like what?
Okay, well, for one, Mr. Beast is very, very familiar with human beings, I believe.
Yes.
In such a
Do you
way.
think that makes a good president? Though?
So yes, because the moment. All right, let's take a guy off the street, a very intelligent guy, a very smart guy, and put him in the office.
Okay.
He's going to go from being a guy from the street to the president. So no matter who's the president, all of a sudden the light's on them and they are the president. And they're forced into this world where they need to be good with people and understand people.
I don't think anyone's.
So when I elect someone president, I want to elect someone that has the resume, that has the experience of a president, obviously without having been president, because you can only be president for 8 years. So it's like Mr. Beast in my eyes would make that bridge as small as possible because of what he does.
Yeah, but we don't just pull random people off the street.
The head of the Republican Party seems to be pretty random.
No, I mean they're usually politicians.
Right,
You
and
know.
Kamala is very, very like.
Senators, like Obama was a senator.
Yeah, Kamala's
Clinton was
done
the
her
governor.
time as a politician.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's not just like a random person off the street.
So I guess what I'm saying is, like, yeah, Kamala's bridge is a short bridge, but so is Trump's. And it's just like different. The bridges look different.
Yeah, but what does this have to do with Mr. Beast?
I think Mr. Beast's bridge would be just as short, just as compelling.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. I think Mr. Beast would be like, it's too much of a leap. Because I mean, there's definitely an argument to be made where it's like him and Trump have similar qualities in the sense that like they were both on TV, they both have like businesses or like platforms and stuff like that. But I don't think it should become like a trend for like social media influencers to just start jumping over to politics.
I guess you say trend, but I just think change.
Yeah, even change. I mean, like you just said, putting a random guy in the spotlight and being good with people as president wouldn't be the smartest idea. I don't think it would either. I think we should, people are voted into, office and Senate because people in their state trust them, and then they work their way in the Democratic. It's just like a system of trust instead of just random people jumping in and people like being like, oh, like, yeah, fuck yeah, it would be cool if like Mr. Beast and his Feastables were like,
I don't know, this system of how many people don't know who Josh Stein is,
I mean, I'm assuming like a lot of people outside North Carolina wouldn't know. But
how many people in North Carolina don't know? How many people in America don't know the president?
I feel like very little at this point.
I don't know, honestly. I think like maybe the number is a little bit higher than some think.
Which is? All I'm saying is like I don't know. I don't think the American people are like that uneducated, and it's also just I think the whole idea of just I feel like politics has gotten very, and it always has been in a sense.
It's just changing rapidly, I believe.
No, but it's become very media and trendy. Like everyone's just trying to hop on trends instead of, and just like it always feels like there's a lack of genuineness behind the person that does it. Whether it be like Kamala or Trump. Because all they want is your votes. All they're trying to do is go to the swing states and like tell those people whatever they want to hear.
And your money. They want your money badly.
It's
badly.
Just,
this year they want your money more than they want their own lives, it appears.
Yeah, and it's fair. It's like it's a big position. It's a big promotion, but it's also just it just feels like, and it's also just it's become such a publicity event. It's like it can't be taken seriously anymore. It's not just like the president. It's like. It tears people apart. It makes people think other people are enemies, whether it be Republican or Democrat. And it's just become this like wild event every 4 years. Like the country seems to be falling apart, and it's like, what are we doing? Like why has it gotten to this point where everyone is just so against each other and at each other's throats? And I feel like a lot of it is going back to the publicity. It's just like it's constantly in our faces, and media outlets seem to be just, one side versus another.
Yes, you were saying.
I don't know.
Bit of a doomer mentality.
I don't think. Well, I'm not saying there's going to be like a bad future because of it. I think it's more of the idea that it seems to just get more and more complicated every single time it comes up. Which is fair, but the world is a complicated place.
Does it get more complicated, or do we just get older?
I think it's gotten fairly more complicated.
Well, we are getting older. Can't ignore that.
Yeah, but
correlation, causation.
What does older have to do with not being able to with things?
Well, things seem to get more complicated, and we seem to get older, and they're both happening together. So, is there a relation? I think so.
I think that's a jump of logic.
You do?
Yeah.
I could connect it.
I don't know. I don't think it's because we're getting older. I think it's because of, just,
Well, you can't argue with me when you were a kid.
Well, it could be, as a kid we didn't see as much of the world. We weren't as exposed to a lot of it, so everything seemed very black and white. Now seeing things seem more and more gray, and it's very hard to discern where should be going, what should be doing, because there are a lot more factors that we have to think about before we make a decision. And now more than ever, when the world seems more interconnected and there's so much more information and everything else is going on, that making a decision is you have 1,000 different choices instead of it seems like only 100 years ago. It's like had a few news sources, had a few things going on. I'm not saying it's better or worse. I'm just saying it's gotten way more complicated, and it's just harder to make a decision. It's just more things to choose from, and it's almost like analysis paralysis.
Very well put.
I think I don't know. I think I just rambled there.
You're quite good at this, I have to say.
What, podcasting?
Yes.
Thank you. You were too. You are.
We're gonna lean over the table and kiss.
I don't think we were.
Okay.
No, you are. You're good at bringing up conversation points and keep the conversation going. How do you end these?
You want to end it?
No, I'm just asking.
Well,
Do you look away, or is it just like a... We just agree?
We can do a call sign if you want.
No. Actually, I do have to go and study at a certain point.
Give me your time, and I'll give you, I don't know, okay?
Give for like 15 more minutes?
I'll stay here with you for 5 hours.
I can do that.
I'll probably call it at 5 hours.
But I do have to study.
I don't think I would call it at 5 hours.
Just like a 24-hour podcast?
Or, yeah, at that point, it's like, why are we not...
Just like fucking yapping the entire day. You went on Griffin Hilliard's like...
He's going to do it for a year.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Why is he going to do it for a year?
I think we're coming up on the start date. In 1 or 2 weeks, he's going to start a year-long live stream.
How do you feel about that?
It's not my thing. I'm so excited for this guy.
It sounds like a Black Mirror episode.
I know.
It sounds really dark.
I love Black Mirror.
Yeah, but...
You would show me Black Mirror too.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool because you're like, holy fuck, what if? But this kid is actually, like, he's doing one of the episodes.
Yeah.
It's very real.
Yeah.
Like a year?
He's got it all figured out. He's got it all figured out. The points of conflict from his mouth, not mine, I believe, were I've got a girlfriend, I've got to go to the bathroom and sleep. But all 3 of those things, and he has work, but he loves to live stream himself painting. So all 4 of those things, well, one of them he can keep the camera on. The other 3, well, he's figured out sleeping. He already did that on his week-long live stream. He just films himself sleeping. The second one is the bathroom. I believe he just has the camera outside the door. Or maybe it's on his face. I honestly don't know what he does, but either way, figured out. And then that just leaves his girlfriend. And I believe he has a system where he can, like, his friends are... that's the thing. Griffin, if you're watching this, I'm on call. If like there's a weekend where like you wanted to see your girlfriend or your family and you want the camera to be off you, but you're doing what you told me you'd be doing, which is passing the camera off to a friend, but the friend canceled, I can fill that place because saying you're going to do something and following through is important.
Yeah, but this is a year of live streaming. Like, it's...
I mean, just your reaction. Like, where do you think it could take him? Just by your reaction. How many people do you think react the exact same way as you? Most of them, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for me, it's not like I'm reacting because I'm like people can do it. It's just
honestly, this was my first reaction. You're like, whoa, dude.
Well, it's just like
I'm not sure you
very irresponsible decision.
I know.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's like, because you can do it. Anyone can do anything. You know, it's just a matter of whether it's a smart choice. And
yeah.
Griffin, I love you. I think you're creative and smart and super funny, but I don't know if you need to go live for a year.
I think he's going to hear that, and I'll say the exact same thing.
He may see it as a challenge.
Yeah, because I'll say the exact same thing. Griffin, please be careful. A year is
That's what I'm saying. It's like
a year is a very long time, and just know that you could fail and be ready for what that might feel like.
Not fail. Don't see this failing, but like if it's very easy for this to become too much. Do not let it overtake you. Like if you feel bad about it, please just stop. Like, I don't want this. You shouldn't feel like you should just have to keep recording. And if you're listening to us and it's kind of just like, if you're not letting yourself listen to us, Godspeed. He'll be fine. I think this will be a great learning experience. Yeah, it's not like he's like 1 year of shooting up heroin every day. Like there are worse things. Yeah, it's just like, my God, man, what if he has to go to like a funeral? Is that when he would hand it off to a friend? It's like, what if he's just, oh shit. Well, as you go, like as the months pass, I think that he might like not see a problem with taking a camera to a funeral. Yeah, like it's just a part of his life. Yeah. It's just your phone in your pocket. Griffin, don't do that. Don't bring a fucking camera to a funeral. Don't live stream that. Grandma wouldn't be happy. My perception of what's okay with the camera, what isn't okay, has changed since I started filming. Certainly. What has changed? Not so much as a black and white thing, like I won't do this, but now I'll do it. More as like my relationship with the camera is noticeably just growing. Like you're more comfortable with it in your daily life? Reality TV show? I think, well, I don't know. I don't think I can like do any of that sort of like, you are blank with it blank. It's more like, as you'd imagine, when you spend a lot of time doing one thing, you spend a lot of time doing that thing. Yeah, you just get comfortable. I don't know. I mean, obviously I could get comfortable with the camera. I don't think I ever want to get comfortable with the camera. Well, you keep saying comfortable, but it's not like
it's not like a scale and like there's comfort and it just goes up and down. It's
I guess
like
more in
there's
the sense it's like
like sure I'm more comfortable in some areas, but in other areas there's uncomforts that I didn't even know would come at me. Like I think I'm just as like it's just as weird as it was in the beginning. It's just the weirdness changes as time continues.
yeah. I mean, it also is one of those things where the more you do it, gradually the less you think about it. So you just
I fight to think about it. I fight to think about it often because I think that's how like progress is made.
It's fair. I guess for me, it's also just privacy aspect. Like, I value my privacy. I don't like everything being filmed or like cameras in front of my face the entire time. So I'd be like very against that. That's why like you see famous people like lose their mind when they see cameras. It's like because they need private. Everyone needs privacy and like chill time. It's like that should just because cameras exist and like you can do all this stuff with them and record yourself doesn't necessarily mean that you should.
Yeah, and anger and anxiousness is just a human emotion, and if there are cameras on you at all times, they're gonna capture you being anxious or angry.
Yeah, it's
even
also
if it's
just,
not a result of the cameras. Like that's just how we operate.
Yeah, which then it just feels like you're bottling everything up, and then you can't ever be yourself because the camera's always on you, and it's just yeah, it's I don't think it's a good way to go through life. I think it's a slippery slope. So Griffin, again, back to you because you're undertaking a lot of this camera stuff.
If anyone, Griffin Hilliard,
please, brother,
look it up.
Please,
Look him up.
like-
Fantastic channel, great guy.
I'm still waiting to see that minivan blow up. By the way, I'm ready for that.
Oh yeah.
He is doing it. 69,000 followers.
Well, he's also supposed to get a tattoo on his forehead.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
He missed his mark, but somehow it was okay. Remember, I texted him like, "Bro, you."
Yeah, don't tattoo on the forehead. I'd probably give that to Nick Shanae. I'm not your manager.
I'd like to be the guy that would do it.
Yeah, it'd be a good tattoo. Little Bart Simpson on the forehead.
My most recent tattoo came from Alice Pascal. Pascal.
Sure.
You familiar?
I think high school, right?
Elementary school.
She didn't go to Mars Park.
Oh yikes! If she did, I'm sorry.
I think she did. But Eastover, yes.
And by tattoo, I mean drawing with Sharpie on my skin. She asked me not to. She asked me not to say anything.
Oh.
She said.
You gonna edit this part out?
Nope.
No.
Ain't nobody gonna watch it, dude. But if they do, like, I'm just trying to learn. Like, if they do, then I'll cut it out of the episode. She said, make the Venmo request. She said, don't write tattoo in the Venmo request.
So she's giving them out. She's an artist, but she doesn't want any.
I was the first. I was her first.
She has other victims.
Victims. It was fantastic. Her work would make mine look like. You've given me a tattoo.
I gave you.
Talk about an awful tattoo.
You asked for it.
I wanted it so.
I told you.
It's one of my favorite ones.
I was like completely honest. I was like, dude, like this is gonna be awful.
I love how you took the liberty to make the U and R. I know I've told you this, but I'll tell it to you again for the day
Just
that I
one
die.
line?
I love the whole thing.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
It's like Sharknado. It's the best movie I ever saw.
Dude. Yeah. Because like for people who don't know, like I have horrendous handwriting, and then he wanted me to give him a stick and poke.
That's no excuse. It's dot by dot. You have no excuse here.
Well, it's like okay. All right. Also, I'm not good at drawing. I'm not artistic at all. So I have bad handwriting.
It's dot by dot.
I don't care. Also, I'm gonna give a third excuse. I was crossed.
Well, the first two.
I was crossed out of my mind.
The first two are invalid, and being crossed should give you more confidence. So all three excuses are invalid.
No, they're not. They're all perfectly good reasons for why I shouldn't have done it. But you were like, do
Oh,
it.
reasons for why you shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, all my things stand. All are invalid.
Hey, I mean, as long as you're happy,
Never been
I
happier.
only have one customer.
Never been happier.
Good. Also, you got the second version of it.
Happy enough to never pay you.
That's free. It was a free commission. Yeah. I was
It was a gift.
I was like, you can, you have that one.
Pay me when you have the money.
Yeah. No, don't even worry about it. You're fine. Just like, holy shit.
Just a tip if you want.
I fucked him up. God, man.
That was awesome. With
Oh,
Robert.
dude, you should have never gotten that tattoo. You should have never gotten that tattoo. For being honest. But it's also
If we're being honest, I love that
because
thing.
I did it so big too. Isn't it like pretty big?
No.
It's not?
You couldn't have gone smaller.
Okay, good, bro.
You know, Isaac Lawn went and followed it up and did your name beneath it.
Yes. I
Well,
didn't know
his
that.
is like the right size, but his is pretty
Dude, I
bad.
was so scared. I was so scared.
His, honestly, I was in a lot of pain. Yours, I think, is darker and there's more dots because I was right there with you crossed. But Isaac's...
I mean, also, can I give a fourth excuse?
No.
I'd never stabbed someone with a needle before.
It was a sewing needle.
Sewing.
Not what you're supposed to use.
It's a very uncomfortable
It was dull.
experience.
It was not sharp.
I didn't know what the fuck I was. You're just like, keep going. I was like, okay. I was like, this gives me like, it's like such a, it's a gross feeling. It was just. Like,
It hurt. It hurt.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't gotten many recently.
No, that was a fun trip. That was a wild trip.
Trip.
True. Yeah. You guys. Yeah, I remember you guys like being your trip sitter and like you guys just wandering.
That was so nice of you. That changed the way I saw you forever.
Dude.
But I think it was more like you just didn't want to do it.
Huh? Well, it was just I kind of. Well, first you need one.
I disagreed. I remember you told me that in the moment. I disagreed.
Well, like it also. I mean, because you can be fine.
But then again,
And
I guess
you could be like in the state that you were in, just like you're super. You know, you talked a lot. You're very conscious of everything going around you, and you're like willing to like work with me. But like there are other times where it's like it could go from like 0 to 100. You're freaking out.
Me?
Everything's
In
going.
particular?
No, not you, but just like if you take like a psychedelic in general.
What was I like?
You're fine. You're just bubbly. You're normal. You're laughing.
God, that was a fun day.
Yeah.
Remember when we swam at the end of the beach?
But you were.
Remember when we jumped in the water? I felt like a dolphin.
I remember the thing that I remember. It was either you or Robert, but like you just at some point just walked away.
Robert
I
disappeared.
think it was Robert. He just left.
He went to the Oceanic.
Yeah.
Or not the Oceanic, the pier, the gift
beer.
shop. He
Yeah,
ran
the gift
away.
shop. Just walked away. Just walked away.
I felt so bad for you when that happened because that was your job. That was your job.
Everything was going so well. It was like at the end of the trip too. I was like, great, we're walking back. Like, because also before that, you were like, it's 4th of July weekend on Wrightsville, so you're like, oh, like I can talk to anyone. So like you just like start going up to people and you go to like Lexi and Medio's parents, and I'm like Jack, like, please don't do this.
It was fine.
And it was fine, and we got through that situation. But I'm like freaking out. I'm like, fuck, like
something
bad could.
I
happen.
did feel guilty when I got back and you were like, why'd you do that? And I was like, oh, I should have thought about Tucker before I thought about myself.
We did it. Yeah, I mean, we were also the whole idea was dumb. It was fun, but the whole idea was really dumb. We shouldn't have. It was like the middle of the day when we did it. It was retarded. Oh, I shouldn't have said it. Not the R word, but yeah, it was dumb. It was a bad idea. Anyways, it could have been worse. I enjoyed it. Like, it was fun.
What a day.
It definitely was a day. What did we do after it?
Lots.
Did we?
Went home, crashed out. Case McRae and Owen came over.
That was the same day. Oh yeah, because you can drive your car. So I was like, I'll go drive your car. And then your dad got suspicious.
Yeah, he said, why is Tucker driving your car?
Yeah. And then we smoked in the marsh. And I was like, we're far enough away. Your parents can't see us. And there was like smoke signals coming up between the marsh.
They got so
marsh
mad at
fields.
me.
Yeah. Sorry, Mrs. Kidd.
I feel really bad. I feel like I stressed him out, you know? And then the other times I'm like, they don't gotta be I didn't ask them to stress
True,
out.
bro. There's a pandemic looming on our heads.
Was that time?
That was the start of the pandemic. Yeah, this.
Huh.
It's July of 2020.
Interesting.
I still remember your mom saying to me like, "Oh, isn't it so weird that we have to wear masks?" And like next year we didn't have school. We all wear masks. Yeah.
That was fun. That was fun to go back and think about for me just now. Could you see it on my face?
Yeah, it was really a lot. Yeah, it was a fun trip.
I mean, it wasn't even just that. All the times that you and I would hang out, what did we used to call your car? The Bullet?
A spaceship?
Spaceship.
Yeah.
I loved your car.
It's a fun car. I miss that BMW. Old Beamer. Old beat up Beamer. Old 323i.
We had so much fun. I just remember the feeling of absolute bliss when I was on the way to your house to pick you up.
It's always fun.
Or like vice versa.
We're always on some fuck shit.
Yeah, I was like, whatever we're gonna do.
We're always going around doing something.
It was like, whatever we're gonna do.
Especially you. You had side quests like no one else. You always had something going on, and I was just there for it.
Well, what are we gonna do? Nothing?
No, fuck no.
You gotta do something.
That's why I hung out with you. I was like, dude, Jack has something that we're gonna do today.
I hung out with you because I felt like it made me a smarter guy.
Thank you. I guess. I don't know. I thought it was just fun hanging out.
Oh, I
with
was
you.
smiling like an idiot because I'm just thinking about all the time. So it's like, but I mean that.
Thank you. No, I hung out with you because
I've said that to you so many times, and I'll continue to say it over and over again.
I don't know how many times I can accept the compliment. It's like weird. Do you ever get like, it's not like over complimented?
Yeah.
Just like, thank you.
Just say thank you.
Just like, thank you.
Yeah, make sure you say thank you.
Yeah, I keep trying to like switch up the responses. Like, thank you. Oh, that's so nice.
You can just keep it at thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I actually do appreciate that. And like, I also, do you ever feel like you have to compliment someone back?
Yes.
When they give you a compliment?
Yes.
I feel like it's wrong if I don't just take the compliment. Like, thank you. I'll take that.
You don't have to necessarily. The thank you is a response, and then you can go to the next thing.
Yeah.
And like,
also, it's good to give people compliments.
And let
That's
you-
what I like to do. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. Like, I don't want to just like you gave me something positive.
and you're like
I want
allowed to.
something
I
positive.
feel like sometimes people think they're not allowed to even like it's a balance. Like you don't have to ignore it. Like you can let it kind of sit with you for just a little bit.
True.
Like, oh, he said that I was really smart. Okay. All right, moving on.
And also, I think a part of it is like not wanting to come off as like narcissistic.
Yeah.
It's like I know, like pretty smart guy. Like,
Yeah.
thank you.
I mean, it's evident.
That's not what I'm saying, but it's like
yeah, it's
yeah.
evident, I guess, in our discussion of how to compliment and how to take compliments that it's not the most common thing in our lives.
We also may be on the spectrum.
I think I
may be on the
am.
spectrum. Yeah.
Are you? Do you think you are too?
No, I'm just saying that.
Oh.
It's just like, how do I take a compliment?
I had an
Like,
ex-girlfriend who asked me genuinely if I was autistic. She felt very guilty for asking me.
I think those things are more just like anxiety. Because I feel like, you know how there's like the spectrum test?
No.
Like people will take it and they have like one thing and like the test obviously it's just like, well, technically you're on the spectrum, and it's like, you're fine. Like you're normal. I think a lot of people like freak themselves out with stuff like that. Personally, I don't think you're on the spectrum.
Well, the spectrum, I think, because it's a spectrum, there's like a...
Well, yeah, but it's like I think. But then like you
I don't make
use-
it to the
you
first
use
notch.
that, but then it becomes like a title, and then it's like, well, technically I am.
You get it.
And then you start like overthinking
Yes.
it, and then you start like I don't know, like, you know, giving into like those emotions or urges.
And then it
like,
becomes
you.
It's
yeah.
like taking the first step in the door of Scientology.
Yeah, except this time you're becoming autistic. So, which is yeah. To hopefully in the next 10 years I don't pull up on you and just like
Drooling at the mouth.
fully spectrum that. It's just fully, yeah.
Climbing my way up the ladder. This might be the wrong
I'd
one.
be like, damn, bro, what's up, Jack? You're just wearing like sticky socks, like holy shit. Oh, full dolphin dive into the deep end. But either way, no, it's like, I don't think you are. I think you're fine. I think you're.
I don't think you're autistic either.
Thank you, dude. That's a.
It means a lot.
I will take that compliment.
Yeah, it means a lot.
In this day and age.
We're all autistic.
Yeah, dude. All the fucking microplastic and shit I've been consuming.
What's so scary about being
radar.
autistic?
Nothing actually.
Yeah.
No. I mean, they're all really cool. Like, do you know any autistic people? My cousin's dude. My cousin Liam.
I know you have an autistic
Dude,
cousin.
the best fucking guy.
Remember I used to tell you everybody has an autistic cousin?
He's a
but
little
I don't
bastard.
have one.
Dude, he was like he has this thing where he'll look over your shoulder and wait till you type in your phone passwords, and he'll memorize it. And he did it to everyone one Thanksgiving, and like, well, you could never leave your phone like down for a second. 'Cause-
Wait. Like, so he'd have everyone's phone password in a bank in his head?
Yeah. And you just like
That-
randomly open up their phone. I don't remember what he did with it, but he would just do like fuck shit like that. He would just be like my Uncle Brian, just be like, Liam, stop, like put down the phone. Yeah, he's funny.
Superpower.
Huh?
It's just hyper
Yeah,
focus.
he's also just like fun. He's like so loving too. Like it's just like, I mean, like communication like definitely like isn't the easiest, but like he does give hugs and stuff like that, and it's just like it means shit. It's just like, yeah, like I love you, dude. Like it's I don't know. He's awesome. He's my favorite cousin. He's the best dude. But yeah, no, it's tough. I think it gets a bad rap. It's like, because it's just like a mental illness that people are like stay away from.
It's
just
taboo or cliche, like not cliche, but it's like some people, yeah.
Also, well, for me, it's also like it's a really real thing, and like when people are just like they take one test and they're like, oh, like I'm autistic, and they start like assigning all these things to them. It's like, stop, like you're fine, like I don't know why you want this.
What do you think about that in terms of like anxiety and depression?
Kind of like along the same lines. Like, I think sometimes people like overdiagnose. It's like when you get a cold and you go and like look up symptoms, you're like, oh fuck, like I've like syphilis or I have scurvy. It's like, you don't have either of this. You don't have typhoid. You have a cold. Like, you're gonna be fine. Like, people, like, there's, again, you know, so much information, so much going on, and also, like, there's not really anyone there sometimes when you're on your phone, you're by yourself, to, like, tell you no. Like, stop thinking like that. Like, you just have a cold. And then people just, you know, I'm sick, I have anxiety, I do all this other stuff. And
The mind can go crazy places when there's just one of them.
yeah.
I mean, like the movie with Wilson. Like, if you want to survive on a raft in the ocean by yourself, you better start talking to an object. Like it's a
To
human
Wilson?
being. Yeah, like seriously.
It makes sense. But I think that's a big part of it. But I also think, you know, people are more, you know, lonely now than ever. People, you know.
I disagree.
In the sense that, you know, people definitely connect online. I'm not saying it's not a real connection.
I think this is what I think. I think that if loneliness is a spectrum, now more than ever, the bottom of that spectrum, like the most lonely someone can be, is at an all-time low. Like, it's possible to be more lonely than you've ever been before in your entire life, with much ease. Like, people can find themselves feeling a type of aloneness that could never have been felt in all of human history. But I also believe that as a collective and as an average, we as people, in all of us, in the entire world, are less lonely than we've ever been.
Yeah, I think some of that is like tricking ourselves, because like you can definitely talk to people online and like connect and be connected in a sense through the internet. But what I'm talking about is more like real physical interactions. Because just because you're watching a video or you're reading a post or you're reading a blog, yes, you're interacting, you're getting opinions, you're reading, but like you can be in your room all day and be doing that. And that's kind of what I mean. It's now more than ever, you have enough stuff to distract you to be by yourself and convince yourself that you are getting interactions when like you really aren't. You know, because you see like a lot of socially awkward people, like they're always by themselves, and like they're definitely online. If that's like a form of socializing, they should be like pretty social. But then they go out and they have like social anxiety, and they're like, okay, well, you know, there's obviously a disconnect between socializing online and like socializing.
Yeah, because on Discord, it's like they run the server, and like
it's not even that. It's just like, you know, it's different when you're having a conversation face to face. You know, there's a quicker response. You can't walk away. You know, you got to back up what you say. Sometimes it's awkward. Sometimes it's silent. Like there's so many other things going on, and it's also like even in my apartment. You know, we'll wake up on Saturday. We're tired from like, you know, going to class all week, and it's just like, you know, back a few years ago, you wouldn't have your phone, you wouldn't have like a computer, so you're like, all right, fuck it, like I'll go to the living room and like we'll hang out and we'll do something. Now it's like I can literally rot in my room and do nothing.
yeah, and it takes two to tango. So even if you decide it's best if I don't rot in my room, all three of your roommates might just decide to stay in their rooms.
Yeah.
And now you're in the living room with so what? Might as well go on your phone.
So there's like less of a need, and I think this is what I was trying to get to. There's less of a need for group interaction, or like a wanting of like group interactions or group scenarios, which is like sad to see. Like people really only socialize, and I hate this. People really only socialize at like bars or hangouts or like drinking, which to me it can be fun. Like I'm not against it, but it seemed more like another distraction or entertainment, like being on your phone.
Like drinking first, people later.
Yeah, like you're trying to get fucked up, and it's like so unbearable to just have like a conversation with someone. You're just like, yeah, let's get hammered. It's like, you know, I saw that, you know, a lot in high school. So like we were just drinking so much, and I was like, what are we actually doing?
Yeah.
You know? Like I got.
You know,
when
when I stopped smoking weed, I realized that like, where do I see people anymore?
Yeah, it's
know?
like it's only just like parties and stuff like that, which is, you know, I mean, thankfully, I mean, I don't want to like put like a big label. That's only what people do. Obviously, it's not what only people do. People have been doing it for a long time, but there are clubs, there are social things, you know, hobbies, interests, stuff like that.
Yeah, there really are. You have to. It's not going to be easy, and it's once you find one, you're going to have to stick with being the new person. But people should know that there are run clubs.
Yeah,
there
there's
are
just stuff
study
to do.
groups. There are.
But like I'm saying for our age group specifically, like we're obviously like at a time where it's like drinking is like a big part of our lives and like partying and stuff like that. But it seems to be more prevalent than ever. And like it's becoming people's personality in a sense. And it's just like,
well, don't let that be the case with those. That's not the case in my life. It genuinely is not.
Well, again, that's why I was like, I don't want to just be like, everyone's doing this. Like, it's a problem. Like, no, it's fun. I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
I guess my everyone has deviated a bit.
Yeah, I need to rechange that. It's more
Because it's genuinely is up to you, I believe.
like what, how you act.
No,
How act.
who is everyone to you?
I guess it's my roommates. I love you guys, but party too much.
Yeah.
And they're still fun. No, it's like,
And my roommates don't party. My roommates don't party, but they could be a bit more social.
dude, I'm gonna have all of our friends are gonna watch this and be like, dude, this kid's a fucking bum, doesn't want to party.
Life's too short.
They just feel like, fuck.
Life's too short
Guys,
to give
I
a
love
fuck.
to party.
I don't care
I
if they're
love
your
to party.
roommates or your parents. Life's too short to give a shit what anyone really thinks about you. You can you can let yourself.
Yeah,
You can let yourself listen to it.
It's more like I feel like I'm just coming across like I'm preaching. It's like,
Yeah.
don't go to parties, don't go to bars. It's not what I'm saying.
I wouldn't
'Cause,
worry.
Like, obviously, I go and drink and it's fun. It's
I wouldn't
just
worry
like,
how you come across.
Well, it's just like I want to make my point heard and not just be like, sound like a fucking ornament.
That's another thing. Sometimes I realize, or sometimes I have realized while doing this, that it's not up to me whether or not my point gets heard. I just gotta be myself.
Yeah, but I still like to, try my best at it.
Of course.
Not just like put something out there and be like, well, I'll think back on that later and like never re-update it on the podcast.
Trying your
So I
best
think-
is an art.
Let me take a second. So, what? I guess it started out with people not socializing because they're on their phones a lot. And then the only time that they do socialize is seemingly at bars and stuff like that. And I think that's where the disconnect is. I think our age group gets a bad rap for not socializing in real life. When we really do. Like, I go to clubs, you go to clubs, we create our own stuff, we hang out with people. And yeah, we drink. We have fun.
I could do this for more clubs.
Yeah.
But
I think
but
that's what I'm
I've
saying.
been
It's
using.
just like-
I've been using this.
I guess I'll say
this
this.
is my club.
I guess I'll say this. Just add more to it.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that drinking
don't-
and partying is wrong. It's
Never people. I think the worst trap for a human being to fall into when they're 21 is thinking that their life is full. If you tell yourself it's full, it's full.
Yeah.
You can be the guy that studies, has fun, and has meaningful friendships. You can be the guy that does both.
Yeah.
You can eat a pizza and be ripped. You can get good grades and get drunk.
Yeah.
You can make YouTube videos and not be weird. Up to you.
True.
You can, like,
So get hammered, but like, touch grass. I guess.
yes, exactly. Scroll reels.
That's such a shitty way to put
No,
it.
scroll reels, but a plastic sunscreen and go out in the sun.
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure it's balanced. It's like getting taking your vitamins after you eat like cookout for 3 days in a row, which probably doesn't help. You eat a lot of fast food?
Lately.
yeah. Oh yeah, you pizza, gas station pizza in the car. I offered you food. And
You
said-
offered me a snack, bro.
And you said, well, snack. I would have brought you like something really healthy.
I would have ate it.
Banana, grapes.
I can't ask you for
Tomatoes.
anything. You're sitting here with me doing this.
Dude, what? You're like I know I'm your guest, but you're also at UNCW.
True, we're guesting.
Yeah, we're both
We're two guests. Who's the host?
two hosts. Yeah.
Oh, we're two hosts.
I guess it cancels out.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
I love doing this. Don't you see the draw for this?
Huh?
Like, don't you see how much fun this is?
This is,
And now, like,
that's like
now, like, we can do
this
it.
is awesome.
Now you can come back on. Like, there's no rules.
We'll do like a Zoom. I don't want to make you drive down here again.
What do you mean? I drove down here for you. I'd do it again and again and again and
You
again.
just don't do it again.
Well, okay.
I'm telling you, this is like a 5-hour. Actually, you're sleeping here tonight, but it's like,
I may have.
dude, there is Zoom or like Skype.
No, that's
What do
gay.
you mean no?
That's gay. I will
Dude,
not do
it
that.
happens plenty of times.
I don't care if a famous person says, "Hey, I want to be on your show, but we have to do it over Zoom." I ain't doing it. You
I
ever
feel,
seen?
I feel like you'd be very functional.
Have you ever seen Chicken Shop Date with that one blonde girl?
Oh, the British?
Yes.
Dude, that's so awkward.
Now put it on Zoom.
Yeah, but it's already bad. It's like doubling down. That's
I
like,
love that
it's just
show.
making it worse.
Did you see the one with Andrew Garfield?
Andrew Garfield?
He's Spider-Man.
No, yeah.
You
No.
saw maybe you saw clips of it.
No.
You're like kind of in love. Anyway, Joe Rogan. Imagine that on Zoom. It don't work. You can't be serious.
I think you hate it. I think
you
talked about being open to new ideas.
Oh.
I mean, dude, it would definitely be easier on you instead of driving, 2 hours to see me, 2.5 hours, and back.
Driving and filming this episode today is easier on me than sitting at home and doing nothing on the couch.
Well, we wouldn't be doing nothing. We'd be doing a podcast.
Okay, what you say does make sense.
Hopefully. I don't want you to do this again. Unless it's like a special occasion, like you're coming down here for a weekend. And we can do other stuff.
Well, don't flatter yourself. I don't know how soon it'll be. I still haven't had one person return.
On the show?
Yeah. It's been new people for 20 episodes.
It's
Which
kinda
is
fun.
kind of crazy.
I mean, you're really like I've seen some of them and I'm like, holy shit, I haven't heard that name in like 5 years.
I know. You know who was interested in kind of... I'm sorry, Ryan, I can say this. He said, yo, my bad, last night I was drunk, I don't want to be on the podcast. And then I thought, well, maybe I should like still keep plans to come see him, but like, I don't know, I'd want to fill that time with someone like Ryan Harrison.
Damn.
I would love, he would be so good on this.
I love her. Dude, I haven't seen Ryan in so long.
He'd be so good on this. Quinn, dude, so many people would be so good on this. Nathaniel Roberts.
He would be good.
I love that guy.
He would be really good.
You know what I keep him in mind when I try a new thing. I feel like he's very good at starting new things.
He is, yeah. He's really open.
Yes.
Yeah. Gets like excited about things. Yeah. He'd be good. He's good at like having conversations. He's really good at doing that. He should be your co-host.
I'm going to see if I can get him tomorrow. I'm going to call him after this episode.
Call him.
Or we can call him. Oh, let's call him right now.
He actually pick up.
Okay.
If he doesn't pick up, I'll try to call him too.
Let's see. I don't know if I have his phone number.
I haven't talked to him in a minute though.
This is Nathaniel with 704.
It's gonna be the most random phone call.
Do I have to disclose? Do I have to disclose that he's on camera?
You should definitely tell him this on the podcast if people can hear him.
Okay, yeah. I'll just put it to my ear.
Okay.
I'll leave him a voicemail. Yo. Guy. What's up? I'm in UNCW. What are you doing? Respect? I am on air, I guess you could say. I'm with Tucker Aaron. And it's one of those moments where a name comes up and you say, I gotta call that guy. I'll put you on speaker. You, bro, evidently.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, Tucker?
Bro, we're on the podcast right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, what you up to?
Dude, I'm about to go to chapter. What are some cool points y'all been talking about? Anything interesting?
We bounced around.
Yeah, and then we landed on you, so who knows
Yeah.
how we got there.
We were talking.
Wait, what's the topic of conversation with me?
Oh,
Well, no,
you're very good at starting new things.
Yeah, because Jack was talking about how like he's had like a bunch
Or-
of different people on the podcast.
Yeah, I guess you have your hand. It seems to, like it always seemed to me that you had, or at least later, because I didn't. When we were young, we just played soccer together. But near the end of high school, you seemed to have your hand in a lot of baskets.
Yeah.
Is that the
Keep
right
my
sense?
eggs nice and spread out.
Yeah, that's what eggs in different baskets. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No.
That's awesome. I mean, Tucker's a great person to have on a podcast.
I know, bro.
About everything.
That's what I'm talking about.
We have bounced around a lot, so no. Jack was asking.
You know who he doesn't know about at all?
Say it again.
You know who he doesn't know about at all?
Tucker?
Yeah. Brawl.
What is Brawl?
It's a video game that he plays. It was like he had like an incel phase in high school. Like he wouldn't go outside, and like all he would do is play this stupid video game. It's like Smash Bros. But,
Did you spend money on it?
Yeah, too much money.
Yeah.
My boss at Jersey Mike's, she's addicted to Minion Run.
Minion
Dude,
Run?
Minion Run's an awesome game, though.
I thank you, bro.
What is
You know why I
Minion
like
Run?
that?
She's 60 and she like busted her phone out and she was like flexing her Minion costumes.
Bro, that sounds like
I
mom.
see you.
Exactly, that's what I told her.
Like the Candy Crush.
Kind of. It was Temple Run with Minions.
She spent money on that?
No. She said no
It's
money.
actually addicting.
Bro, that's
It's
like
actually
do you ever meet a kid, you know like Subway Surfers? Like the cheetah print outfit? Or like the super nice one?
Yo, Nathaniel, don't let us keep you from chapter.
Yeah.
okay, well, dude, it's awesome to hear your voice, man. Awesome talking to you, Tucker. Hope to see you soon, man.
Yeah, I'll see you. Are you abusing some pledges tonight?
You said what?
Are you messing with some pledges? Or actually, it's around initiation time, right?
Dude, I don't know shit about that, but I think tonight I might be getting some drinks with some fellas, so I'll keep you updated, man.
All right, sounds good. I'll see you.
Peace, boy.
Bye-bye.
guy. Dude, I haven't talked to him in a while.
You can't ask about like that stuff on the air, dude. Fats don't like that. I had to take an episode down once because I was talking to a fat guy.
Yeah. I mean,
who cares?
I mean,
also though,
it's more just like an open joke. Like,
yeah, it is an open joke because he had the perfect politician answer. Oh yeah, I don't know much about that.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
It's an open secret.
Like he's
also
not,
it's UNCW. It's really not that bad. It's like, it's really. I think here more than anything, like the only stuff that I've heard is just like, you know, it's a lot of cookout runs. It's like the biggest thing. It's just time consuming.
Understandable. That was very nice to hear his voice.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I love Nathaniel. Were you on our team when he scored the goal from the corner?
For what?
Soccer.
Charlotte United?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think I joined later.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I remember you.
He was goalie when we were really young.
No.
Coach Paul?
I don't think I was ever. Was I ever on your team for Charlotte United?
Oh.
I don't think so.
We were on Eastover Elementary team together.
We were.
Wow.
Ran that through a lot.
That was awesome.
It was a fun time. I remember one year, what was it, 4th grade? Didn't have any goals.
You didn't?
We didn't. Do you remember that? They took away the goals. Cause, like,
Oh, I thought you meant like we hadn't scored any goals. I was like, impossible.
No. Like they had like the old goals.
Were you on the committee? Mr. Sprinkle called me out of class to help pick new goals.
No.
I felt so special.
That was pretty big. So you got the small goals.
Yeah, I fucked up.
You got the small. He was like, do we get full size goals?
I made a judgment
like,
call. We're small. I was looking at Mr. Sprinkle. He's tall. He's big. I'm small. And like, we're gonna graduate, and there's gonna be more small kids, and the only constant is that they're gonna be small. I picked the small goal.
It's probably a good decision for kids.
Thank you.
But also, I wanted to hit like free kicks on that goal.
Yeah, but you still can. You just gotta. I think it made us better soccer players.
I think it did. I think the dirt did too. Playing on that dirt. I remember there were some wild kids with like slide tackle.
Yeah,
Like,
I would
for you
run.
guys who don't know, like Eastover, like the playground, it was really just like a dirt field with rocks.
I would run into people. I would be so into the soccer that I would run into people.
Well, you couldn't stop.
Sometimes girls.
You couldn't stop.
And this was around the time that like we're going into middle school and like you like realize that some of us are girls.
Where are you going with this, man?
I don't know. Like I was like I remember one time I just trampled Catherine Schweitzer, and like
Let's say you can't stop.
bro, I couldn't.
It's like gravel.
I couldn't.
You can't, there's nothing to stop.
I couldn't. And looking back on it, like why didn't she move? But my point is like.
You're a bad guy.
Listen. My point here is
just like running over girls.
No, it's like I say sorry and everything, but like I was like, should I be more sorry? Like, is this like what am I supposed to like? I think you're not supposed to like, ding, like my mind was like growing. Like, are you not supposed to like?
Did you ever get hit when you were playing out there?
Memory unlocked. Remember the World Cup Netherlands, that one crazy header goal?
Yeah. What about it? You just thought of it?
I had a header once, and it was either Artine or someone told me that I was like that guy. That made me feel cool.
Just doing like not Virgil van Dijk. Who was it?
Wow, that was close. I think it was like Peter. Pete.
No.
Pete
I know his
Buttigieg,
face.
that's a politician.
No, it's gosh, what's his name?
Oh my god.
I don't think I'm gonna get it.
I think you were very close. If I search up
No, Virgil van Dijk is a defender for Manchester or Liverpool.
Netherlands, what year is this? 2014?
Yeah.
He's gonna Percy.
Van Persie? I think it's Van Persie. That sounds right. Holy shit, it's 5:53. Bro, we gotta
It's over?
soon, yeah. Wrap up this final.
No, Van Persie. Robin Van Persie, captain forward. It had to have been him.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely him.
Well, we found it before we even looked it up.
Van Persie. Go.
Episode over.
Yeah, good episode.
I'm depressed now.
Huh?
I'm just kidding. Where should we go eat, Christian and I?
Huh? Oh, what do you want?
I don't know. All right, this is your
You gotta
episode.
start
Close it
somewhere.
out. I don't know. I've never done this before.
What? Closing out an episode?
Without Aaron.
True. This is the first time for everything. What would I say?
Yeah, I
I'll plug my show. Seahawk Update.
Yeah,
I do have that. on
I'll put it in the
Instagram.
description.
Put it in the description. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Kind of. I think it is. It's not bad. It could be worse.
It's hilarious.
Let's get there.
But what do I know?
Get better. But anyways, good podcast. Thank you for watching. Miss Cadis specifically. She's gotten through all this. Do we have a time on there?
No, this is like an odometer, so this is like total time this camera has ever recorded. 18 hours.
18 hours. What if you hit pause? Is it still recording?
Yeah, I don't know. And with that,
I think I'm done. Yeah,
cut.
we're good.